Hello, smart preppers. Welcome back to our channel where we prepare for the unexpected to ensure we're never caught off guard. In today's episode, we're going to explore the art of emergency food storage. Now, this isn't just about stacking cans in your pantry. It's about building a reliable, organized, and nutritionally balanced food supply that will keep you and your family well-fed during any crisis. Whether you're just starting your prepping journey or you're a seasoned veteran looking to fine-tune your system, we'll provide practical, easy-to-implement tips that will take your food storage to the next level. So, without further ado, let's dive right into the essentials of food storage. First and foremost, it's crucial to evaluate the dietary needs of your family. Understanding what each member needs nutritionally is the foundation of creating a balanced and sustainable food storage plan. You'll want to consider factors like allergies, food intolerances, and dietary restrictions. For example, if someone is gluten-free, you'll need to stock up on gluten-free items. It's also important to take into account personal preferences. If your kids won't touch peas with a 10-foot pole, there's no point in filling your pantry with cans of them. Remember, in a crisis, familiar foods can provide comfort and a sense of normalcy. One practical way to gauge your family's food consumption is by keeping a food diary for a few weeks. This will help you track eating habits and identify patterns. Note down everything from breakfast cereals to snacks to the number of coffee cups you need each day. By doing this, you will have a clear picture of the quantities and types of food your family consumes regularly. Remember, a well-planned diet is a cornerstone of any successful prepping strategy. Now that you've assessed your family's dietary needs, it's time to build your emergency food supply. This is where the rubber meets the road, and we'll be focusing on three key aspects: what types of foods to stockpile, why long shelf life foods are your best friend, and where to buy these essentials without breaking the bank. So, what kind of foods should you be stockpiling? Well, canned goods should be your first go-to. They're convenient, diverse, and packed with essential nutrients. Think soups, vegetables, fruits, and even meats. And don't forget about canned beans. They're a great source of protein and fiber. Next on your list should be dried foods. We're talking pasta, rice, lentils, and oats. These staples are versatile, easy to store, and can be used in a variety of dishes. Just make sure to store them in airtight containers to keep them fresh and pest-free. And let's not forget about freeze-dried meals. They might not be your everyday dinner choice, but in an emergency, they can be a lifesaver. They're lightweight, easy to prepare, and have a super long shelf life. Plus, they come in a myriad of options, from beef stroganoff to mac and cheese. Now, why are long shelf life foods so important? Well, the last thing you want in an emergency is to realize your food has expired. Long shelf life foods give you peace of mind, knowing that your supply is good for years to come. They also reduce waste and in the long run, can save you money. But where do you get all these supplies without spending a fortune? Well, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to save money when building your food supply. First, always keep an eye out for sales and discounts. Many stores offer deals on canned goods and dried foods, especially during holiday seasons. And don't forget about bulk purchasing. Buying in bulk can significantly reduce the cost per unit. Second, consider joining a warehouse club like Costco or Sam's Club. These stores offer great deals on bulk items. And while you're there, check out their freeze-dried meal selections. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of couponing. It might seem old-fashioned, but it can save you a significant amount of money. There are plenty of apps and websites out there that can help you get started. Remember, it's not about hoarding. It's about smart, strategic buying. It's about building a reliable food supply that will keep your family well-fed and healthy in any situation. So start today, and before you know it, you'll have a well-stocked pantry that will give you peace of mind and security. And isn't that what prepping is all about? Now let's talk about where to store all this food. The key to effective food storage is making the most of the space you have, and that can mean getting a little creative. You might be surprised by the potential storage areas you find around your home. Consider using your pantry, of course, but also think about other spaces. A cool, dry basement can be an excellent place to store canned goods and dry foods. Even areas under beds or in closets can be used for storage if they're kept tidy and organized. Speaking of organization, it's not just about finding a place to store your food, it's about knowing exactly what you have and where it is. Try labeling your shelves or using clear storage bins so you can quickly locate what you need. Keep similar items grouped together, such as canned vegetables on one shelf and dried grains on another. Now you might be thinking, I've got my food, I've stored it away, I'm done, right? Well, not quite. There's one more crucial element to consider: rotation. This is where the saying first in, first out comes into play. When you add new items to your stockpile, use the older items first. This keeps your stock fresh and minimizes waste. Keep an eye on those expiration dates and plan your meals around what needs to be used soonest. You see, the aim here isn't just to stash away food for the end of the world, it's to build a living, breathing pantry that you're using and replenishing regularly. This not only ensures your food is always fresh, but it also gives you a chance to practice cooking with these items. After all, there's no point in storing food you don't know how to prepare or don't enjoy eating. And remember, keeping your storage area clean is just as important as keeping it organized. Regularly check for signs of pests or spoilage and clean up any spills immediately. A well-kept food storage area is not just about aesthetics, it's a crucial part of food safety. So to recap, make the most of your space, keep your food organized, rotate your stock regularly, and maintain a clean storage area. These steps will ensure you have a reliable, easy-to-use food supply that's ready when you need it. Proper storage and organization are crucial for maintaining the quality and longevity of your food supplies. Beyond buying, you can also preserve food at home. This allows you to take advantage of seasonal produce, bulk deals, or even your own garden harvest. There are a few simple methods that you can start with, which don't require complicated equipment or specialist knowledge. Let's start with canning. This method involves placing foods in jars and heating them to a temperature that destroys microorganisms and inactivates enzymes. This process also removes air from the jars, creating a seal that prevents recontamination. Canning is a fantastic way to preserve a wide range of foods, from fruits and vegetables to meats and poultry. Next up, we have dehydrating. This is a process that removes water from food, which inhibits the growth of bacteria, yeasts, and molds. Dehydrated food is lightweight and compact, making it a great option for those with limited storage space. You can dehydrate fruits, vegetables, herbs, and even make your own jerky. Vacuum sealing is another effective preservation method. This technique removes air from the package prior to sealing. It can significantly extend the life of food by reducing atmospheric oxygen, limiting the growth of aerobic bacteria or fungi, and preventing the evaporation of volatile components. It's a great way to store dried goods like beans, rice, or pasta, and can even be used to repackage bulk items into smaller, more manageable portions. Now, these are just the basics. If you want to dive deeper into food preservation, there are plenty of resources out there. Books, online courses, and even local community classes can offer in-depth knowledge and hands-on experience. Remember, the key is to start small and gradually expand your skills. Preserving food at home not only extends the life of your food, but also allows you to have control over what goes into your food. It can be a fun and rewarding process that brings a sense of self-sufficiency and peace of mind. Plus, it adds a whole new dimension of variety to your food storage. Imagine opening your pantry and seeing jars of homemade jam, pickles, dried fruit, and more. With these techniques, you can extend the life of your food and add variety to your storage. So why not give it a try? Start preserving today and take another step towards self-reliance and preparedness. Prepping isn't just about stocking up, it's also about strategic meal planning. When you're planning for an emergency, you want to make sure that your food supply isn't just adequate in quantity, but also varied and balanced to meet nutritional needs. This is where meal planning comes into play. Start by considering the food groups. A balanced diet typically includes grains, proteins, fruits, vegetables, and dairy, or its alternatives. So your emergency food supply should reflect this balance. For instance, you might stock up on whole grain pasta, canned beans, freeze-dried fruits, dehydrated vegetables, and powdered milk. Now imagine a typical day's meals using just these stored foods. For breakfast, you could have oatmeal made with powdered milk and topped with rehydrated fruits. Lunch might be a bean and vegetable soup, and dinner could be pasta with a side of mixed vegetables. The key here is diversity. You want to avoid food fatigue, which can set in when you're eating the same thing day in, day out. So think about different ways to combine and prepare your stored foods. Another great strategy is to actually write down a week's worth of meal plans using only your stored food. This will give you a realistic picture of what your meals would look like during an emergency and can help you identify any gaps in your food supply. And don't forget about snacks. Healthy snacks like nuts, dried fruits, and granola bars can supplement your meals and keep everyone's energy levels up. Lastly, remember to consider the nutritional needs of each family member. Kids might need more calcium and vitamin D for growing bones, while adults might need more fiber and less sodium. Pregnant women have their own unique nutritional needs too. Keep in mind that emergency situations can be stressful, and maintaining a balanced diet can go a long way in keeping everyone healthy and morale high. After all, food is more than just fuel. It's comfort, it's normalcy, it's a touch of home when everything else is uncertain. Meal planning ensures that your family won't just survive but thrive during an emergency. As a woman prepper, there are additional factors you may need to consider. A significant one is the unique nutritional needs at different stages of life. For instance, during pregnancy and postnatal periods, women require a boost in certain nutrients, such as iron and folic acid. Ensuring your emergency food supply caters to these needs can make a world of difference. Children also have specific nutritional requirements. Their growing bodies need a balanced diet, rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals. So when storing food, consider items that are both nutritious and appealing to their taste buds. Peanut butter, for instance, is a great source of protein and a favorite among kids. But it's not just about meeting the bare nutritional needs. In times of crisis, comfort food can play a significant role in lifting spirits. Whether it's a favorite box of mac and cheese, a cherished family recipe, or a beloved brand of chocolate, these familiar foods can provide a sense of normalcy and joy in stressful times. So don't forget to add a few of these items to your food storage. And let's not forget about the importance of hydration. Stock up on water and consider including hydration solutions, especially if there are infants or sick family members to consider. Remember, comfort food can be a great morale booster during challenging times. Once you have your food storage in place, it's essential to keep it updated. Regular maintenance is as vital as the initial setup. It's like the heartbeat of your pantry, keeping your food supply fresh, viable, and ready for when you need it most. Imagine this. You've set an alarm on your phone, and every 3 months it reminds you to take a little tour of your storage area. This isn't just a casual glance. You're checking expiration dates, assessing the condition of your containers, and noting down what's running low or is surplus. Now let's say you come across a can of beans that's nearing its expiry date. Don't panic. Use it in your next meal and simply replace it on your next shopping trip. This way, nothing goes to waste and you're always stocked up. Consistent checking and updating ensure your food storage remains reliable and effective. That brings us to the end of our guide on emergency food storage for women preppers. We've covered everything from assessing your family's dietary needs, building a reliable food supply, organizing your pantry to preserving food and maintaining nutritional balance. We also tackled special considerations for women and families and the importance of regular maintenance. Start building your emergency food supply today. And remember, stay prepared, stay safe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more prepping tips. Until next time.